Are you talking to me or who? Sorry. I mean, was I mistaken? Was it the guy behind me that you were talking, or are you talking to me?
Yes, we are talking to you.
And we need your help.
What if I refuse?
Yeah, I've seen
boy?
only a handful of Scorsese's movies, so I need someone who's had the whole scope of them. Put them in order so I know when to watch and where to watch it. You gotta
Where to watch it?
Yeah, I
know
need
Yeah,
what
you didn't know
streaming
that?
service it's
I don't have
available
that.
on.
I do not
First
have
and
that.
foremost,
What sort of
and
TV?
an active password and login.
Okay. Well, I don't have that information for you.
Okay,
I'm sorry to tell you.
Treaded on thin ice already.
And to be clear, wait, we're in 1976
We're
right
in
now.
1976, the
1976.
golden years of film and television.
Okay,
Yep.
but I'm coming from the future.
That's right, because
Yeah.
Scorsese's
He's
just
already-
our little brother. We know he's going to be big.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I want to know all the movies he's going to make only up until 2024.
Yeah. 2025. We're in 2025 right
We're in
now.
2025.
Yeah,
Currently.
I'm coming.
2025, early 2025, because Scorsese might have a new
That's
movie
true.
later
Who
in
knows?
2025.
That's true. If he drops
been-
another one,
it seems like he's
yeah.
been on a run.
All at the
And
same time.
let me. I would have to ask you a question. You're both from 1976.
Yeah,
like,
different months.
You're
though.
dressed so differently.
Different months.
And these microphones we had in the 70s.
No.
No,
These
these
this
are
is
current
podcast
Oh, because we're
modern-
coming.
year.
Okay, yeah,
We
yeah.
are-
We
sorry.
became enamored
Sorry.
with podcasts
Right.
as soon as we stepped out of the time machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, this is perfect logic, and I'm ready to. Yeah,
Okay.
I fully understand podcasts. I wish we started doing it sooner.
Absolutely.
And we could have used that in 1976.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because when I was going to like the grocery store,
Yep.
when I'm trying to cross the street,
Yeah.
I'm walking here. I don't have anything to listen to.
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely.
I don't have any opinions.
it's crazy.
To judge.
We were stuck with the goddamn radio.
Oh my
Boo.
god! Oh my
That
god!
sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did not like that.
Yeah.
So should I
Potatoes were cheap.
Okay, yeah. Should I
potatoes
give you
was
my list?
cheap.
There's a lot of Scorsese movies. You want me to start?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been
yeah.
wanting you to start for the last
But
5
how
minutes,
cheap?
but you've been
How cheap were potatoes?
Dirt cheap.
Okay.
Cheaper than the dirt that the potatoes were grown in. It was more cost efficient
to just hold up a clump of dirt.
Yeah. I got a lot of money.
You know what I would
do?
do if I was him? Make like 10 more movies.
Yep.
Freeze them all.
Mm.
Drop one a decade.
Yeah.
Like even if he's passed
Post-mortem.
away. Yeah, exactly.
Postmortem.
And then it's like you could be the only director who's dropped films in like 10 decades.
Absolutely.
Another idea,
Yeah.
they could also sort of, how they capture people's likeness and they're throwing them in movies.
course.
Capture a director's sort of style,
yeah.
put it into like a chip,
Yeah.
and then suddenly
How do you
Scorsese
know
can-
about this?
I
If you're
like
from the
this.
70s.
Well,
Because we have
podcasts.
access to a time machine.
Podcasts.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And
Yeah.
podcasts.
Right.
You get the whole
the gist.
of
course.
human civilization and knowledge
Yeah,
from
sure.
podcasts.
Very easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm starting with 26.
Smartless. It's my favorite.
That Will Arnett day. And don't even get me started on his interactions with Sean.
And again, okay, this is where I'm getting to the point where like I like this movie. I like all of these movies. It's so hard to rank them. But I'm gonna go 24, The Age of Innocence.
Wow. Okay. I'm again unfamiliar with this movie. What is the Age of Innocence? Is that like a like the romantic age, or is that a personal age?
Our time
Is it
machine
like
doesn't go that far back.
prepubescent. Which age is that? Is the movie referring to? If it's not a spoiler.
Late 1800s, right?
Okay.
I think so.
All
I
right.
mean, I don't know. You've seen this one, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's been
It
a
was a
while
very
since I've
innocent
seen
time. I
it.
feel like-
okay.
Yeah.
But now I gotta earmark this. I'm just saying this. We don't have to put this in. We can just cut this, but to put together an edit of Avengers: Age of Innocence, if that has not been done,
That's really good, Tim.
we'll
say that
assemble a
again?
cut. The Avengers, the second movie,
Age of
Innocence.
Ultron, Age of Innocence.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
just
yeah.
mishmash some of the footage together.
Dun, 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 and it's like Daniel Day-Lewis. Dun,
Again, I haven't seen the movie. I wouldn't know what
dun,
that's
dun,
technically.
That's like the no, that's not the right theme.
That's wrong.
This will cut.
I thought that was really good.
I thought that was
material.
too, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
We gotta cut. We can't keep it all.
Yeah.
23.
It's all gold.
23.
It
There's
don't
real people
count.
in Hugo.
There's real people in Hugo.
Yeah, it's not animated.
I thought it was all animated.
No.
That's okay.
I
don't know what
dive
Hugo
into that
is.
more. It's not animated.
It's not an
like
animated
it's just
ROM?
entirely not animated.
How's it in 3D?
What do you mean? They use 3D
Well,
cameras.
I don't agree with Tim's question. That doesn't. I don't know what. he's
Well, I
thinking,
mean,
but
okay, there's parts of it that I'm sure are like
It-
CG.
Okay.
Like it's not like it's like entirely practical sets, but like
recollection of the
there's-
trailers that there
it's
was
not
no
animated.
They do not
real
look
people
like
in
real
that.
people.
Yeah.
They don't look quite like.
Are you thinking of Polar Express?
I'm not thinking of Polar Express. They look like in between
So
Polar Express.
You've seen
and
Hugo and you thought they
I
were
saw
animated?
when I saw when I was a
Okay.
child.
Okay.
I will canonically.
It's not
Yeah.
animated.
We'll pull
it's
up the Hugo trailer. We'll do a
Actually, sorry.
watch.
Canonically, I have not seen it. Sorry, but I did see it when I was a child. But I did see it when I was a child. And when I did see it,
you
it
saw it
always.
when you were a child.
But canonically, I have not seen
yes,
it
yeah,
okay.
canonically.
ever.
Right. Okay.
Canonically, I have heard of the trailer.
And you thought it was animated, having seen it.
Yes.
What?
When I was a kid, I thought yes, or at least in my memory of it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
I
an
get what you
animated
mean.
movie.
I feel like you're like melding it with other movies.
It's possible.
Possible.
Does it not look like there's a CG gloss over the whole
Yeah.
thing?
I know what you
The
mean.
Train station's really wacky.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
my
I feel-
mind,
Okay, I feel like you're
I haven't
probably
seen the movie, but he's in a chandelier at some point
Yeah.
above the train station.
There's probably
Is that accurate?
I would say there's probably a lot. Yeah. 100%.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
And you can't do that.
He like
with no
lives
CGI.
above a clock in a
Oh,
train station.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
you could-
I am thinking
No,
of the
but
right
you can live
movie.
above a clock without CG.
I
Why
don't
can you
see
not
how,
live
but I guess someday we get the technology.
I think it's good.
I have not seen it, but I get the gist.
What's the gist?
Leo's in a
gist?
plane.
Leo's in a
You
plane.
look handsome as hell.
You know who
Yeah.
he's playing?
the World War.
No, he's
You say that with
he's
such
playing the
pride.
World War. He's playing Howard Hughes.
What?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I did not know that either.
Howard,
when I
who's that?
Got into it.
Can you? Let's do that again. Let's do that take again.
It's hard to capture how mean they were
Mm,
because you had people who would bump into you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I assume that's what the movie's all about.
Yeah, it's
It's
about people
absolutely.
being bumped into.
Sort of
Yeah.
Well,
being rude.
I think the mean street is a great microcosm for the world
Mm-hmm.
because mean is the average of
Mm.
all streets. So this is, your basic street.
Yeah, I like the sequel to Median Streets.
Yes,
That was a very,
I did-
very
Which
good.
is still a different kind of average.
He
But
was
you
actually
got that in a different way.
considering the
Yeah.
title Average Avenues.
Yes. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
It was
okay.
either Average Avenues
Yeah. It doesn't have the same
or
ring.
Mean
No.
Streets
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Rudimentary Roads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
a basic boulevard?
19, another one some people rank really high. And again, I want to say, as I've said over time, these are all really good.
Hey, you're gonna upset some people.
I'm gonna
I mean,
upset
there's
some people.
no
And
doubt
I
about
don't
it.
care.
And I might be one of them.
Mm-hmm. That's my plan.
Okay.
The Last Temptation.
Whoa,
Yeah.
ew.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's our Lord and Savior you're talking about.
You're insulting a lot of people.
I'm not ranking Christ at
Okay.
19.
It
Okay,
sounds like
good.
Christ
yeah.
himself.
He
I'm
should be
putting-
top 3
I'll
up
put
there with the
pretty
Holy
high.
Ghost and the Father.
That's right.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned.
I think this movie's great. I also think like those last 40 minutes. Have you seen it?
I
I won't spoil it.
Canonically, no.
I won't spoil it, but like,
does something different happen than the Bible story? Because I
yes.
think
Yes.
I know the plot.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Especially
Yes.
the
A
end. There's
twist?
a really crazy thing that happens.
Okay.
That
Very
like
interesting storytelling device. Canonically, I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. But
Okay. I wish you
Um,
did.
Are there any Timothys in the Bible?
Yeah.
Nice. Because I know there's an Adam.
mm-hmm.
And
And a
I know
Luke.
there's a Luke.
Yes.
Who's Timothy in the Bible?
Who's Timothy in the Bible?
He writes messages to Paul or one of the disciples. And I think the name means God's messenger.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Timothy in the Bible's real chill.
Okay.
Who's the
He's pretty
meanest guy in the
popular.
Bible? Just
Well,
the meanest,
Judas.
other than Judas.
Well, Satan.
Satan's in the Bible.
Yeah.
worst.
Really?
Yup.
Like he's a
You
character?
think he gets his own book? What do you mean he's a
No, but I thought
What
it
do you
was
mean?
like,
Why would he be a character?
Well, I assume
he's
Satan
so
was-
important to the mythos.
I assume Satan was like they like maybe talk about him in like abstract terms, but like he's actually in the Bible.
and he's
like he
plotting
talks in the
against you.
Bible.
Yep.
He corrupts Judas. Does he?
He talks
I have
to
to
Jesus.
imagine-
He talks to Jesus for sure. I don't know if the corruption of Judas is quite explicit.
Okay.
Like Judas is like having a vision. I think maybe that's
Or Satan has his kids like a knife up to his kid's.
Yeah, no, but that could have happened off the page,
Off screen.
Like, you know, you can infer that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But actually, maybe because Judas, I'm pretty sure he goes to hell in one of the versions.
Oh.
Like he gets hung on a cliff or
Like
something, and he jumps off, and then he goes to hell. But anyway,
I thought he
poor guy.
hangs himself from a tree.
yes, a tree,
Yeah.
a tree. But I think there's a cliff involved.
Yeah.
It could have been on a cliff.
It could be on a cliff.
Oh
it could
yeah,
be
the
near a
trees
cliff.
on the cliff.
No one said that trees can't grow on cliffs.
No one said that.
You guys see Cape Fear?
No.
You guys know anything
Canonically,
on Cape
no.
Fear? Okay. 17.
But have you actually seen it? Like, when
Yeah,
you were
I've seen it. Of
younger?
course I've seen it.
Okay. I have not.
Not
seen
when
it.
I was younger. I saw it recently.
Oh, really?
But canonically, I've not.
Okay.
Yeah, never.
Canonically, why haven't you?
Canonically, I kind of have better shit to do.
Oh, okay.
Like,
But
You don't have
in
time for
reality,
movies.
You
Yeah.
no. Sorry?
In reality, you.
In reality, I like to fill sort of the silence with just anything.
Right.
Hmm.
Nice.
But canonically, I'm chill.
Oh, I love the movie. Great movie. You know,
I'm walking here. Very famous line from that movie.
Is that what I thought? I'm walking here was from Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm walking here. Remember, he's on his way to box.
Oh, I guess maybe he is. He does
he
slap
say
on
that,
a
or-
car roof.
Okay, yeah.
Perhaps.
I
It
believe
happens
you.
like 5 times in that movie.
Really? 'Cause I don't. Is that not line not from?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I want to say Midnight Cowboy. I haven't seen it, and I feel like I've only seen that clip. But him specifically slamming his hand on a car.
You're probably
roof
right. I mean, it's
sounds
probably in
familiar as
multiple
hell.
movies. I feel like I'm walking here is also a thing people say. That's probably where it
But
came
it's,
from.
it's
for the
very
movie.
famous
Yeah,
from
sure.
Raging Bull because they did it like
10 times.
8
Yeah.
times.
No, I think
Okay.
the one from Raging Bull is. You talking to me?
Oh, yeah.
You're walking with me.
Are you walking? Are
You
you?
walking with me?
Am I walking?
Are you talking?
Where
and
am I
walking with me?
walking?
Are you walking and talking with me?
Are we doing a walk and talk?
Are we walking here?
Where are we walking and talking? Because I need to
Because
know.
I'm walking here.
Because I need to know if I'm going to be walking, where I'm going to be talking.
That was a great scene.
It's not one of my ultimate favorite Scorsese's, but
Fair
like
enough, fair
it's
enough.
fantastic.
Are you offended by that? That it's not his all-time favorite?
No. I'm just curious more than anything. He doesn't need to like my personal favorites, but I just want to know what makes his brain tick and how to stop it.
You want to stop my brain from
Yup.
ticking?
We're
Okay.
gonna use this information against you ultimately.
What do you think my favorite Scorsese movie is?
Yeah, based on outfit alone.
You know, I'm.
He's
I'm gonna-
cosplaying as someone very specific.
Yeah, you're from Shutter Island, right?
Yeah, that's
Wow,
right.
dead
I'm
on.
one of the freaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, sniped it. It was the chain that gave it away.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could make the case you could argue any movie is the best movie of all time,
Absolutely,
and I
yeah.
challenge you,
Yeah.
to argue that Horrible Bosses 2 is the best movie.
Okay,
of
well,
all time.
that's easy. I thought you were going
Yeah.
to give me a challenge. Obviously, we have some of the greatest comedic actors of our time. We have Charlie
Huge
Day,
collaboration.
Jason Bateman,
Yes.
and
the other guy.
and the other guy, who his name escapes me, but his face does not.
Yeah.
I can picture it.
We know what it looks like.
Yeah.
2 eyes, 1 mouth, and a nose.
And then you got the bosses.
Yeah,
You don't
don't
even
even
men- you
start-
haven't
Oh, I
mentioned
know
the
Jennifer
bosses.
Aniston.
yes.
I
Oh,
mean,
they're
an
horrible.
absolute legend. She's horrible in the
Yeah.
movie.
And the first one is already good.
Yeah. So a sequel.
It's gonna be better. Okay.
Okay, next.
Or non-canon. Which one?
Both.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it. I mean, I probably told you both about this. I had a very interesting theater experience. You know, back in the day, people in the theater were a lot less rude, even in New York. Back in the day. But I was there, and there was a guy sort of slamming a chair back and forth about 2 hours into the movie.
Oh.
I don't know if he had some
Repeatedly?
Sort of, yes. I don't know if
Okay.
he had some sort of
The chair he was on, or a separate chair?
a chair in front of him.
So okay.
So it's a
and was there any?
It's a recliner.
Was there a person in that chair?
There was no person.
Okay,
it was just a
okay.
loose chair that he'd pull back like a spring, like a slingshot,
Yeah.
and let it go. And then he'd
Okay.
do it again.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
is 2 hours into a 3.5 hour movie,
And
something
he
like that.
keeping us up consistently.
So he does it about 3 times before the other 10 people in the theater were looking at each other like,
Yeah.
"What are we gonna do about this clown?"
yeah,
And
we outnumber him.
but he also has this sort of like look about him.
We're like,
I'm not excited.
Don't wanna
to have to.
engage.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
And also, it's not a movie that you want to turn away from exactly. You know,
absolutely.
I'm trying to follow
Yeah.
the story, like, and so anyway, it sort of gets dealt with, but
Sounds like he was a real killer of the flower mood.
Number 9.
Well, I did have one question about The Color of Money
Yeah.
because I hadn't
I
seen
do
it
too.
What color is
or
it?
watched it. No. I'm generally like, what sport is it about?
Pool.
Pool?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I would say billiards.
Okay, that's
I would
so
say
sick.
pool.
I would say billiards.
I would not have guessed.
I would say billiards.
I know you would.
I would say billiards because they're not swimming.
Oh,
He got your ass. He got your ass.
Just the perfect character study
Absolutely.
of this lost,
Travis Bickle.
disillusioned young
Fingers look like pickles.
young man, and how easy it is for him to get swept up by the wrong thing.
Again,
Yeah.
super relevant.
Super relevant
Very
today.
relevant.
Yeah, I mean, has been relevant for forever.
Takes
Sadly,
his dates to see porn.
Yep.
does happen. Yeah.
Very relevant.
What do you mean?
But sometimes I'll approach these like canonical classics, and this has happened like across my whole life, where like you come to a movie as a young film lover getting into the cinema, and people are like, "Oh, you gotta watch Casablanca," and you watch it, and you're coming into it with this mind of like, this is one of the canonical classics.
And it gives you a boner, but you're not really. You're not really listening.
Yeah, it's just because it's like it's not my movie.
Sorry, you said that was the same point. you that was the point you were getting at.
But I feel like you watch Taxi Driver. At least I watch Taxi Driver, and
You splooge, but
I still feel just as like this is fantastic
Yeah,
as
exactly what it is.
yeah. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah,
So
I doesn't feel that way, but
Oh,
okay. How do you feel about the New York that's presented in Wolf of Wall Street versus other Scorsese's views of New York? Because this one is quite different. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
still an underworld of sorts, but it's an underworld that operates in broad daylight.
Oh.
Tim.
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 Oh shit! I got a hat tip.
What do I think of that? I think it's great.
Is that the best performance Scorsese has squeezed out of Leo, in your opinion, or do you think you gotten better Leo in a different Scorsese flick?
That one's pretty damn.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Flawless.
I think it's Leo's best performance for sure.
Period. Or
I-
from a Scorsese.
What is even close?
Revenant, Django Unchained, Basketball Diaries, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, the documentary about climate change. Those are the only.
I think
other
Leo,
Leo
like I think
movies can
Leo is
think
like a
of.
solid actor.
You think he's solid? That's insane.
I think Leo.
Solid? You
I
are
think
you are
Leo-
not being gracious enough for one of our best actors.
I think Leo is really
Clocks in, he clocks out.
I think Leo
Solid
is really
insane.
smart about
Do you
which
mean that?
movies he picks.
Thank you, Adam. Our mission is complete. We can go back home now.